Hey y'all, it's your girl Vivi, Nani, whatever you like to call me. I know it's been like 3-4 years since I did the last real Robe talk, but we're here and we're back again, and I'm gonna have to give you the short-term version of what has happened since the last real Robe talk. You know? Okay, so after that, get your monkey. So since the last time you guys have saw me do the last real Robe talk, I have had 2 kids. One just turned 4, one just turned 2. So I'm a mother. Okay, I'm a mother. I've grown up so much. And I've even had a marriage. Yes. And that's the topic of today, really, is how I married a stranger in a week. And how that went. And spoiler alert, it didn't go well. Who would have thought marrying a stranger? Like, who would have thought that was a bad idea? All right, I gotta get in close with this one. Let me take a little sip of my spiked eggnog. Okay, cause this one's a doozy. Okay, let's start where it really started. Let's go to New Year's. I'm not the best with my feelings, you know, these stage things, but I had this guy I really was fucking with, and he was supposed to come to Atlanta. Did he make it to Atlanta? Like he told me he was coming to Atlanta. He never showed up. I cooked my black eyes and peas, my greens, you know, I cleaned the whole house, top to bottom, back to front, you know, real little bitches know. And he didn't show. So, who I am, once you show me something, I gotta show you something back. I gotta get in the field, because you won that. You won. You hurt me. But now I gotta hurt you back, which is horrible. It's totally, I don't do this anymore. That's tit for tat. It's very toxic and it's not okay. Disclaimer, I do not share these same views as past Vivi. That I would never do this now. So New Year's, yeah, you had me sad. Yeah, you had me fucked up. All right. But I went to sleep. I woke up a new bitch, brand new me. I had dates lined up for the wazoo. Like, I up the wazoo. Like, so I went on a couple of dates. And I think the second date is the one I like. That was the one. So second date, I just seen something in him. I just seen something in me finds the darkness in a man, and I be like, ooh, I can like. I don't know if y'all ever seen a meme be like where the girl's dancing like blindfolded and she with the devil, and they be like, don't be fooled, she knows exactly who she's dancing with, but she's such a good person, she could bring the light out of the devil or something like that. That's who I really think I am. Real light worker teams. I really be thinking I could bring the I could bring the best out of people. Like, so to be honest, to be truthfully, openly, plainly honest, the red flags were there. The signs were there. Like, I'm not gonna be the people like on Evil Lives here. I never thought this would happen, but the signs were there. I know the signs were there, cause first and foremost, the nigga tried to lie about his age on the date. Nigga got crow's feet and wrinkles and tried to say he was like 27 or something. I was just like, I know that's a lie. But I was letting him get off, and he had unknowingly let me see his birth chart. So I seen the year, but I just let him get off. That's me. But I did, like, you know, we was vibing and he didn't get on my nerves, which is hard. I literally hate everybody. So I was kind of fucking with him. And then he wasn't into me like the whole sex thing. Like, I was just like, ooh, you know, it's just something about, you know, that sex, you gotta really have chemistry. And he was like, you know, sex is whatever. Like, he was really like blowing it off. It's like, that's nothing. I'm like, damn, and this nigga not trying to, he not throwing the hints that he was picking up the hints I was throwing out. So I was like, okay, well, what you gonna do later? And it was just pretty much like he was trying to take it in, or I was like, all right, cool. So I drive back home after the date. He ended up texting me when he got home after the date, and he was just like, I really liked you or something like that, or I miss you already. I'm like, that's impossible because you weren't trying to hang out with me. He was like, well, we can go to Hyde, like a club. I said, you go to Hyde, and when you're done with Hyde, you let me know. Because I hate when I be trying to take people down through there. I don't want to go outside. I want to cut that part out, like, you know. So he was like, well, I can come to you or you come to me. It was raining. That was a sign. It was storming like a mother. And I still drove 50 minutes in the rain. Well, one thing led to another. You know, we both was just in agreement. Like, you know, I fuck with you, you fuck with me. I love you, you love me. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was planning on going into the military, and I had to be married to go to the military. I don't know if y'all know that, but you can't be like a single mama with kids going to the military for real. So he was like, I'll marry you. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Like, we can keep this, like, we can do this as like a business thing. He was like, no, we're going to try this shit for real. And I am an equal opportunity employer. I will give you the chance. If you tell me you want a chance, and I do fuck with you, I'm going to give you a chance. Like, I have no problem. I have no problems doing that. Marriage is insane. But let's not forget, my heart was broken by my last situationship. And I was just like, let me move on. Like, let me try something new. And, you know, best case, like, this could be a great story to tell. Worst case, it could be a fun story to tell. Well, I wasn't certain if he was, like, really serious, but, like, he was coming up. He was over all the time. Yeah, brought the game over. You know, it's serious when they bring the game over. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to need this, this, and that. He was like, okay. Next time he came over, he brought me his birth certificate, all that. I'm like, damn. So we applied to get married or whatever and planned the wedding. Like, all this in a week. Like, a week. I should have known from the talks about his exes. I should have known, like, a lot of stuff just wasn't adding up. It just wasn't measuring up. Because he did end up telling me same day, like, he lied about his age, which I knew he did. He like 6 years older than me. Why you would lie? It was just a lot. You know, the signs were there. They were for certain there. Well, things started to go horribly, horribly wrong very much immediately. One thing I can take accountability for, wow, that's a big word. That's a big word for Elmo. No. It was one time, again, I'm a person, I really don't feel like I have a lot to hide. Like, if you know me, you know my password to my phone. Like, I have nothing to really hide. But I left my second phone in the living room. I was like, hey, can you bring my phone? At the time, I was working for this doctor. And this doctor only pretty much employed me because he likes me. Like, let me be clear. But I told him I'm married now and I'm taking my marriage serious. That same day, he told me he was going to respect me in my marriage, right? Why the fuck that doctor texted me at 9 o'clock that night asking what I was up to? Like, I feel like he did that shit on purpose. But whatever. So my husband seen it through the shit. Like, it was a whole thing. He warned me. He said, man, you might as well just get out of my face because I'm going to cheat on you. I said, bro, I was saying what I had to do to keep my job. Because what happened after that whole situation, because I called, I'm like, bro, tell this man, like, I've never done nothing. I never did nothing with that man. To this day, I tell you, I never did nothing with that doctor. I was playing my role to keep my job. Like, so after that, of course, I lose my job, which is ridiculous. I'm really upset about that. Like, it's just sad that I have to play a role to be able to keep a job, but it's fine. People don't talk about that part in pretty privilege. Like, it's stupid. Then my marriage went downhill after that. I'm gonna try to just pick out the most notable times. One time we went to the club. I don't know about y'all, but I'm from Michigan. So, like, knowing you got, like, a popular ass person, not saying I'm popular, but I'm social. Like, I know a lot of people and I'm cool with a lot of people. So I don't know, back home, you expect that. Your people gonna see people. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, as long as they respectful, you not flirting in their face or nothing, it should be fine. Well, apparently that's not how y'all feel on the East Coast. Apparently that's violating. It's violating. So I seen somebody who actually talked to my friend, not me. I'm like, hey, what's up? Outside the club. We was leaving the club. First and foremost, he shouldn't have been walking in front of me. A real man never walks in front of a woman. And I had on heels. So he was walking ahead of me. That's not my fault. You know? That's not my fault. But I seen him. I'm like, hey, what's up? So then I got snatched up. That's why I tell y'all ladies, don't ever get snatched up out the club. It's not as hype as it looked. It was embarrassing. He snatched me up, was going off on me, like, was really mad because I said hi to someone outside the club. Where I come from, Flint, Detroit, I ain't never had no nigga mad because people know me. People are gonna know me. If you can't handle having a bad bitch, you just can't handle having a bad bitch. And that's cool, but like, you can't be mad because I'm saying hi to someone. You could have walked up and I would have introduced you as my husband. I would have had no problem. Like, I have no qualms with people knowing other people. You know, like, that was weird. Then it was like his brother or something needed some money because he went to jail or something, and he was gonna send him some money. And I'm like, these nails need to be done. You gonna send your grown ass brother, because his brother was at least the age I had my first kid at, so he a grown motherfucker. You gonna send him some money to get him out of jail, but you're not gonna pay for your wife to get her nails done? And he's grown. This is now your house. You live in my house. Let's not forget, he moved into my house. You in my house. It's already like pulling teeth to get this nigga to pay the bills. Like, and now you have a problem with upkeeping. You wanted a bad bitch, right? You gotta upkeep your bad bitch. It's one of them things that needs to be done. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a strong believer. You're supposed to be everything I need and more if you don't want me, going outside, because that's the bare minimum. You should at least always want to keep your girls' grippers done. Like, you benefit from them too. Especially a good wife like me. Like, I constantly cook. All day, every day. 3 a.m, he playing the game, he hungry, I'm cooking steak, potatoes. I'm cooking. Like, I'm cooking. Oxtail, I'm cooking. I clean. I got OCD, so I'm constantly cleaning. And I'm constantly throwing that neck. Bouncing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a good ass wife, and you don't want to pay to get my nails done, but you want to give somebody to somebody who shouldn't be getting in trouble anyway, and they ain't got shit to do with you, and they grown as fuck, and they got their own family. I could be tripping. Y'all can let me know, but I feel like that's kind of insane. Well, that nigga got mad that night. First, he threatened to punch all my mirrors and TVs, whatever. We got into a real bad. I was like, whatever, just get the fuck out. It's cool. That night, he decided to go out. He didn't come in so late. When he came in late, he slept on the couch. That was weird. Keep in mind, this whole time, this nigga keep going through my phone, accusing me of doing stuff, and I really wasn't doing nothing. Like, this was the most faithful I ever been in my life. I wasn't doing nothing. And my grandma always tell me, whatever somebody is accusing you of, they're doing it. So we sitting there, he playing the game. I finally decide, you know what, I'll never go through phones. I swear to God, like, I'll never go through phones, because I just always feel like you go looking for something, you gonna find it, and I feel like everything always gonna come to light anyway. But because he kept going through my shit, and I mean both my phones all the time, trying to find stuff to pick at me with, and I know I don't have nothing, I went through that fucking phone. And I did not... Nothing could have prepared me for what was in that phone. Ooh, child. I got PTSD. Child. Every app there is, you can imagine, he was cheating on. Tinder, Black, Facebook, Instagram. And then I went through some of the messages. He had just fucked the bitch the night before at that party he went to when he decided not to come home. When he came home, he slept on the couch. That one night we had a fight or something beforehand, a week ago. I was reading the message between him and this bitch. Not only are you fucking these bitches, you fucking them raw, because she said, send me the money for the plan B. It was another time he was caught messaging one of my friends, flirting with one of my friends. Went to go throw his shit out of my house. I was really good to this man. Keep in mind, like, I could have did better. I know I could have did. I can always do better. Like, I really deserve the best of the best. Like, I'm smart as shit. I'm a great person, despite popular belief. I'm a great person. And I took his kids in as my own. You feel me? Like, I love people's kids. If any kids around me, I'm going to love them like my own. And I've done nothing but been a good-ass person, a good-ass wife, good-ass stepmama, and everything else for and to this nigga. His mama warned me, too. She warned me. And I should listen to his mama. I was like, kind of sound like your mama said I could do better. Oh, no. She just was really saying, I've never been like this about anybody. The signs were all there. So I take a complete accountability for that. But when I went through that phone, I ain't never had nobody cheat on me like that. Like, that shit was insane. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt me. That shit, I don't ever give niggas the pleasure to break me like that. I couldn't eat for 4 fucking days. 4 days. I literally couldn't eat. I was so sick. Y'all need to get a little closer. So after all of that, we still try to make it work. I say, you know what? I'm still going to try to make it work. Even though infidelity has always been a no-go for me, I'm still going to try to make it work. So I still try to go out there to dirty-ass fucking Buffalo to save my fucking marriage. Had to stay in some crazy conditions that I otherwise would not have ever subjected myself to. And still thugged out with this man. Still did something real nice for his birthday. Still went all out, everything. It was in Mexico, because cheaters don't get to go to Mexico. But cheaters can have a decent, okay night in Buffalo. I was wrong. Cheaters don't deserve that shit either. And still I left, right? I left. And I surprised him with a pop-up a couple weeks later. And he was acting real crazy about that phone. I said, you know what? I'm going to act real sweet, because no matter what, I'm going to get into that phone, because he acting real weird. When I tell y'all, I put the coochie on and put that nigga to sleep, but he had me like, I sat there up from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. so I could get up and get that phone. When I tell you I went through that phone and he been doing the same shit, this nigga cried to me, stopped me from going to Buffalo, leaving Buffalo, everything. You know, cried to me, you telling me, I go through the phone, you still doing the same shit with the same lines, with the same hoes. And these hoes ain't hitting no shit. Like, it be different. Like, if these hoes was hitting for something, these are some ugly, nothing ass hoes. And that's why I forgot, like, you're not used to a bitch like me. Like, you're not used to, and that's why everything about me offends you. Like, you're insecure, everything. Because you know I settle. You know I could do better. And that's when it just really registered to me that I gotta let that shit go. That shit's too toxic. He's never good. If he can't change for himself and be a better person for himself, he's never gonna be a better person for me. And it doesn't matter how much you love somebody. If they don't want to be a better person for themselves, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to make them change. And he's not gonna change. He's a narcissistic person, and I gotta work on myself as to why I keep attracting narcissistic people. But you know, it's okay. I'm working on it. But yeah, I just had to let it go. He was still sending me videos of him fucking bitches, like sending me sex tapes. And I mean, they coochie dry. I'm like, if you gonna make me mad, make me mad. These hoes ain't hitting on shit. Coochie dry, baby. You gotta do better than that. Come on. Yeah, so then, like, I block him on everything. He'll still make little numbers and stuff and call me. And it's just too much, because, like, you literally ruined single-handedly. He refuses to accept any accountability. That's another thing. That's another red flag. Narcissist who will never accept that the outcome is because of their actions. He will never accept that, and he will never admit to it, and we can't even have a conversation. That's why it's like no point in me talking to him. He popped up at my house one time for his birthday, which is crazy. Popping up on my birthday, more believable, you know, more understandable. You popping up on your own birthday at my house? I moved, so yeah, I moved. Don't nobody know where I live now. I can't have nobody because it PTSD. Like, and I had my friend over, just a girl, but like, what if it was a nigga over? Like, you know what I'm saying? I originally tried to get him to sign the paperwork, claim it didn't get there, but any other time I send something to his mama's house to get there, how you don't get the paperwork? But it's okay. I know a way to go around it. I just gotta get this divorce. I gotta get this monkey off my back. Who is getting hot? Yeah, but like, honestly, not the best thing I did. Probably one of the worst mistakes I've ever made. Because the person I truly like and I feel for, he never existed. Ever. He lied from the beginning. Like, he knew what the fuck I wanted to hear. Like, I have no problem with a nigga trying to change his life around. I said, I want somebody that's, you know, trying to change themselves. Like, trying to get out the streets and make segues into another avenue. He acted like he was trying to do that, but no. He's just literally a street hood nigga. He doesn't have any other aspirations or any other goals. He says he does, but he makes no motion, no forward, like, footsteps to get to those. So he lied to me since the moment he met me. He told me exactly what I wanted to hear, and that's my own fault. That's my own fault. And he's probably just going to use me for my army benefits. Yeah. But glad we nipped that in the bud. But I'm happier now. I've been just working on me, traveling, taking more classes because I want to get another degree. I've just been by myself, like, yeah, you know, everything's coming together in its own time. I did learn something from that experience. I learned don't marry strangers. Because all that stuff, if we weren't married, I would have never dealt with it. Like, he would have got cut off after week 1. And I tell him that all the time. But never marry strangers, kids. There's reasons why we actually get to know people. You gotta see people in all their seasons. I also learned though from that experience, like, I used to never want to get married, but I actually make a bomb ass wife. And I would love to be a wife to somebody who actually, I don't know, fucking deserves me and reciprocates the same love and care and consideration that I give. I learned so much about that. I learned about myself, that I am capable of truly loving someone unconditionally, without hurting them intentionally or unintentionally. I'm able to make conscious decisions every day to choose my person. I learned a lot about myself. Yeah, and I also learned, like, I don't get mad no more. Like, I really don't. Like, I mean, you know, if I was 19 or something, I'd crash out. Like, just over my respect. But you don't really dictate anything about me. Like, you don't just dictate my respect. You don't dictate any of that. So I learned some stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so thank y'all for coming to the Real Robe Talk. Cause I know he's gonna see this. If you see this, ex-husband, fuck you. I'm just kidding. I hope you have a good life. I hope you find somebody that can make you better. Or I hope you can actually want to better yourself and find somebody who, you know, you won't hurt. And I really do wish the best for you. I wish the best for everybody after me. Because, I mean, they truly will never have the best because I'm the best and it's only one of me. Everybody can't have me. But I wish you the second best. Continuing on in your life and your journey. What we will be having is more robe talks. And yeah, like, thanks for the robe, homie. Yeah. Yeah, but thank y'all for tuning in. I want to have more road talks. I promise I want to keep, you know, I'm gonna have more content as I keep going forward. Like, I'm gonna do different things, like lifestyle, day in life, different things, different story times. But I just know a lot of people been asking me about this, and I just get tired of trying to tell everybody what happened. Now y'all know what happened. Now my business in the streets. It's never me. It's always them. But yeah, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Thank you.